Do you want a man for president who's seasoned through and through, but not so doggone seasoned that he won't try something new? A man who's old enough to know
and young enough to do.
Well, it's up to you, it's up to you. It's strictly up to you. But it's Kennedy, 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 Kennedy for me.
Kennedy, 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 Kennedy.
Do you want a man with spirit who is not afraid to fight?
A man whose record shows that he will fight for what is right.
A loyal man who'll bring the job a fresh new point of view. Well, it's up to you, it's up to you. It's strictly up to you. 'Cause it's Kennedy, 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 Kennedy for me.
Kennedy, 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 Kennedy.
And do you deny to any man the right he's guaranteed to be elected president no matter what his creed?
It's promised in the Bill of Rights to which we must be true.
So it's up to you, it's up to you. It's strictly up to you. And it's Kennedy, 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 Kennedy for me.
Kennedy, 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 Kennedy.
Do you like a man who answers straight, a man who's always fair?
We'll measure him against the others, and when you compare, you'll cast your vote for Kennedy and a change that's overdue. So it's up to you, it's up to you, it's strictly up to you. Yes, it's Kennedy, 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 Kennedy for me. Kennedy, 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 Kennedy,
Can you tell I'm a little out of practice? I was going to start this program without the microphone in front of me, and I would have been shouting out into the ether to where no one would hear a single thing I was saying. Welcome, welcome, welcome from my humble second bedroom here in the Saucon Valley, part of the Lehigh Valley, in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, part of these United States, North American continent, Western Hemisphere on this planet Earth, the only one. We have third rock from the sun in the Terran solar system, part of the Milky Way galaxy. This is the Kennedy Effect, live with you for the 14th of September 2025. I remembered my entire opening. Not bad. I remembered my entire opening. Let me first say, straight out of the gate, before I forget, welcome to Donna, welcome back, I should say, to Donna, and to Lewis, and Jessica, and Randall, and all of, and if I missed anybody, you yell at me in the chat and make sure I say hello to you as well. Welcome home. Welcome back. It's been a long break. It's the longest break that George and I have ever taken from the program since its inception. Gosh, what was it? 6 years ago, 2019, we started, April 2019. So the 6.5 years that we've been around, that was certainly the longest break we've ever taken. And it's nice to be back with you. I am hoping to do just an hour of the program tonight to try to get my sea legs back under me. George and I have not even really discussed much about whether the Tuesday and Thursday programs are going to come back quite yet. We're just trying to get our legs under us for right now. Donna says she is listening and washing dishes. That is awesome. Because I am the dishwasher in this house as well. So I get it. I get it. Oh, somebody hung up all my stuff again. Isn't that funny? I just recalled Kristen must have done that. I just realized that all my background is hung back up again. She had taken it down there for a bit, and it appears to all be back up there. So a special hello to Jessica as well, because I know that she is, I hope it's not unfair for me to say, she came to our program through Thomas, So anytime I ever see anybody's name in here that's listening and watching that came from another show here at GCPR, or that came from another DJ at Hot 101, anybody like that, special shout out, special hello to them as well. Well, anyway, this is the Kennedy Effect for the 14th of September 2025. We're halfway through September. It is pretty hard to believe how quickly this year has gone. Then again, the next 4 years, 3.5 years can't go fast enough, can they? Well, I mean, let's just be honest about that. They can't go fast enough. Let me tell you where you are. You are watching us. We are live right now on the Facebook pages of Ghost Claw Productions Radio, Our Revolution Pennsylvania, Hot101.net, and the TCP Media Group. We are live at our Facebook home group page for everything that surrounds this program. The Kennedy Effect on Facebook is the new name of the group. If you haven't learned that by now, we changed that over the summer. The Kennedy Effect on Facebook, and we have shared the program to about 100 different places before we were stopped. Now, I haven't shared this program on Facebook in nearly the last time I think I did a live program was July the 8th. So it's been over 2 months since we've done a program, and still Facebook stopped me from sharing the program everywhere that I generally try to share it and everywhere that I normally do share it. Hopefully in the 7 o'clock hour I'll be able to get to some of the places that I was not unable to get to in the beginning. We are also live on the YouTube channels of GCPR.live, the GCPR YouTube channel, and my own YouTube channel, which is The Kennedy Effect on YouTube. We tried to make the names pretty simple. You find us on Facebook, it's The Kennedy Effect on Facebook. You want to find us on YouTube, it's The Kennedy Effect on YouTube. We are live on, because this head, this ego, this massiveness can't be sustained by just one YouTube channel. We need 2 of them to keep us going. So it is The Kennedy Effect on YouTube and the GCPR.live YouTube channel as well. Hot 101 should really think about a YouTube channel. All the DJs should be on YouTube. I think it would be fun to watch the guys make their magic. This is not magic, by the way, what you're watching right now. But to watch the DJs on Hot 101 make their magic and make their art, I actually think would be pretty cool. I think they should actually have a YouTube channel. I shall take that to the boss. If the boss is not listening, which he generally is, come to think of it. But if he's not listening for some reason, we should take that... I should take that to the boss. That idea, that massively brilliant idea of mine, he said. That said, where was I leaving off? And of course, the audio of the program goes to 2 global internet radio stations. One was one of the very, very first, and that's hot101.net, www.hot101.net, hot101.net. If you don't know how to listen to hot101.net, then you just let me remind you, since it's been a while. There is our website, of course, hot101.net, but you can also listen through our apps, Apple App Store and Google Play Store for Android, and the TuneIn radio app. You can Bluetooth to speakers and headphones and earbuds, and Bluetooth it in the car, Bluetooth it in the shower, because we all know we all sing better in the shower and in the car. Do that for hot101.net. Of course, GCPR as well, Ghost Claw Productions Radio, GCPR.live. You can go to our website, www.gcpr.live, gcpr.live, and catch us there. Now, our website, you get to learn all about the shows, the hosts, bios, schedule. Everything is there at gcpr.live. We also have an operating Android app with an Apple app on the way. And anybody who's in the chat right now, please, the YouTube or the Facebook chat for that matter, please tell me how everything sounds. I have not used this computer. I have not used this equipment since January. Since July. July the 8th. I haven't used the software. I haven't used the hardware. I haven't used this microphone. I haven't used these since July 8th. So if you're out there, tell me how everything sounds. And let's get started, shall we? Oh, now I did put in the chat that we welcome your comments and your questions. We very, very, very much do. You can drive this program. You can determine what we talk about. You can have your opinions heard. I will read your comments. I'm already reading your comments. Jessica says yes, she's actually a fan of this program, as well as Thomas as well, which sounds really touching to me. Let's just be honest, Thomas is the driving force behind GCPR. I might be the co-owner, 50-50 with him, but he's the talent. Maybe I'm the brains. I don't know. He might be the brains and the brawn. I'm just along for the ride, perhaps. That's how that works. But let's just be honest. So anybody that comes to us from one of the other shows or one of the other DJs at 101 is a real gift. Looks like everything is sounding good out there in radio land and in video, Facebook, and YouTube land. So that's awesome. Glad that everybody is along for the ride. Tonight, viewership is just about where we left off, which is kind of cool. Let me first explain to you. Let me get into the program, so to speak, but let me first explain to you where I've been. I have been, since July 8th, I've been in the hospital again twice. But also, I'm not any different than any of you. I'm not smarter, I'm not better, I'm certainly not better looking. And the news can be a lot, can be overwhelming, can be tiring. It can suck the life out of you. The daily outrage, the very 1930s German propaganda method of the daily outrage can be very tiring. And it does make you just want to unplug and kind of stay away from the news, which is exactly what it's designed to do, by the way, is to overwhelm you and to weaken you. Well, I'm not any smarter or better than any of you. And sometimes it's just entirely too much. And around July, it just became too much. Now, it's not any better. But at some point, I'm a radio host. And it's hard to be a radio host when you're not on the radio. Right? So, I had to get back on the radio. Because that's the job. So, if you ever find yourselves where it's just, you find yourself being weakened by it, or saying, I just want to unplug, or I want to get away from it, or I just can't believe this. You're not alone. You're not alone. It can be entirely too much. It is exhausting, it's weakening, and it's okay. It's just okay. It's okay to be overwhelmed. It's okay to be weakened, dare I say. It's okay to be down. It's okay to be shocked. It's okay to be depressed, disappointed, dismayed, if you will. It's what happened to me. It just got to be too much. And it got to a point where I stopped using, or not using, that's not the right word, stopped watching the news for a while. I find myself watching so much more sports than I used to. Especially American football, which I had all but given up on last year, or last season, if you will, since the American football, college American football and the NFL just restarted. I was basically tuned out of both of them last year. I just didn't watch them. But I find myself watching much more of it so far this season. And I love baseball, and I love soccer, and I find myself watching that just a lot more than I can watch the hours and hours and hours of MSNBC. Now, when I was in a hospital, basically all I watched was MSNBC. But I digress a little bit. I guess my main point here is it's okay to get depressed. It's okay to be overwhelmed. It's okay to feel like this national nightmare is not going to end. It will end eventually. How will it end? When? I have my ideas, but I can't tell you exactly. And it's another reason that I thought it might be time to get back here so that we all had a place to come gather and vent and cry and at least virtually maybe give each other a hug or a pat on the back, if that doesn't sound too corny, and just get back, kind of get back to it. And the fact that there are just as many of you here right now as ever means a lot. It means a tremendous amount to me, and I'm thrilled that you're here. Genuinely thrilled that you're here. And thank you all for being here and welcoming us back. It really does mean a lot. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Randall mentions in the chat, what I did not expect was the implementation of Project 2025 to occur so quickly under Trump and the oligarchs' road to a fascist dictatorship. Well, we're already here. Something I told you long before our break. We're already here. The reason why just a few minutes ago I mentioned that we don't know when this national nightmare will end, as opposed to me calling it this latest national experiment, is that the experiment, it's not an experiment. Experiment's done. It's a national nightmare because democracy was the great American experiment. The Constitution, the constitutional republic that we used to have, was the great American experiment. And that experiment has failed to a great extent. That does not mean, I do not believe it is irreparable, but to a great extent it has failed. So much of what the founders and framers, choose the word that you find more appropriate, so much of what the framers feared in a dictatorship has come to pass. We're in it. One party rule, fascist dictatorship. It's where we are now. The goal, or what should be the goal, of the 2026 midterm elections will not be what you'll hear a lot all over the country. What you'll hear is, we have to save democracy. Folks, it's already gone. It's hard to save something that's already gone. Think of it as the best apple pie your mom ever made for you, or that any time that you go back to visit mom, she bakes you a pie because she knows it's your favorite. And you bring the whole pie home and you dig in because it just reminds you of being a kid, and it reminds you of mom, and it reminds you of home. And as you work your way through the pie, the slices that you take become smaller and smaller and smaller because you don't want it to end. But once it's gone, it's gone. How do you replace it? Well, you could buy an apple pie at the store, but you know it's not quite the same because Mom didn't make it. It's good, it's tasty, but it's not the same. And so what do you do? How do you restore the pie? You get Mom to bake another one. So you're not saving the pie that you brought home. You're restoring a new one. You're restoring it by getting another one. You're going to hear, probably not my cleanest allegory, probably not my smartest one, but I think you get my point. You're going to hear a lot in the upcoming, as we work our way up to the midterm elections, about saving democracy. You can't save what's already gone. You ate all the pie. It's gone. The only thing you can do is get another one. But you can't save it because it's already gone. The midterm elections are not going to be about saving democracy. They're going to be about restoring democracy, about returning this country to some form of a democratic republic. If the Democrats can take just one chamber of Congress, the House or the Senate, and I actually think there's a decent chance they'll take both, then everything stops. Project 2025 stops. Because Congress will again flex its Article 1 muscles, so to speak, and do its job. But it's not about saving democracy. It's about restoring it. It's about returning to it. And by saying that we're a fascist dictatorship now, to me, is simply truth. You may not agree, and God bless you if you don't agree. God bless you if you don't agree. God bless you if you think I'm wrong. It's perfectly fine. It's healthy. I don't think I'm wrong, or I wouldn't say it. But, and maybe it's semantics. Maybe you just think it's semantics. Maybe you think there's really not a hell of a lot of difference between return and restore, or save or restore. Maybe you think it's just not a big deal. It's just semantics. Okay. All discussions we can have. All discussions that we can have. The important thing is that we have the discussions. These are discussions that must be had. They must be. They have to be had. Let me go into the chat real quick. A welcome home to Gary Brown. Welcome back, Gary. Lewis mentions the Democratic Party must evolve in order to rebuild our democracy. Yes, it has to become much more militant. And I do not mean militaristic. I mean militant. As in aggressive, loud, angry. Anger is a powerfully motivating emotion. Desperation. I think the Democrats have to become a little desperate. Desperation is a powerfully motivating emotion. We must play the cards we are dealt. We have to play the game that's being played. And this is not about playing chess and checkers. This is about playing... What was I gonna... I was trying to... You don't want to know what kind of card game just came into my brain. it would be wholly inappropriate. This is about playing this is about Democrats playing Monopoly while Republicans are playing Battleship. We have to play Battleship. We have to do some of the same things. And I get it, man. We love to rise above. And I'm a Democrat. I'm a state committee person. We don't want to be the party that breaks the rules, and we don't want to be the party that ignores the Constitution. I don't want to be that party. I really don't. But when Supreme Court seats are stripped away from you, when voter suppression runs rampant, when redistricting is taking place to try to ensure a permanent majority for the former political party known as Republicans, it's time to fight back the same way. California not only should redistrict, it should think about splitting into 3 states, because 2 of them would be blue, and that would be 4 more Senate seats. Washington, D.C. needs statehood. That's 2 more Senate seats. Puerto Rico needs statehood. That's 2 more Senate seats. Gary mentions in the... I welcomed him back and then I didn't read his comment. It was pretty stupid. The pie has been bought by a 501c3 501c4 with nearly $100 million of disposable cash. Yeah, Turning Point USA was turning over, no pun intended, about as much money as the Republican National Committee. It was damn near as big as a political party. And Charlie Kirk got rich off of it. He paid himself and got fabulously wealthy in the process. I'll get to that perhaps after the bottom of the hour in the reset. Donna says that she wishes I were wrong but doesn't believe I am. My cousin Keith, older cousin, very important that I mention that. Older. Much. Not really all that much. But still, older. Very important that I mention it. Starts with school board elections, town and city council elections, county, state elections, then the midterms. Correct. This is not an off-year election. It is an odd-year election, because 2025, 5 is an odd number. In the very basic, most basic of terms, as we go back to school for a quick minute, it is a number not divisible by 2, so it is an odd number. But it is not an off year. In New Jersey, just 10 minutes to my east, they are having a gubernatorial election and legislative elections. School board elections here in Pennsylvania, as well as county elections. One of the strong things about the American government is it is layered. And when one layer of government betrays you, there are other layers of government to protect you. If you're in a red state, you want a blue national government, or you want to live in a blue city. If your national government is red, you want to live in a blue state, because the state will blunt some of what's coming from the federal government. They can't blunt all of it because of the supremacy clause of the Constitution, among other things. But they can protect you to a point. And my cousin is 100% correct. The next, many of the next leaders in our nation will be from school boards, town and township and city councils, and counties. Because you generally move up. You don't... A quote-unquote regular citizen does not just sort of wake up one morning and decide to run for the presidency or the United States Senate or even the United States House. But you can wake up, sometimes get as few as 10 signatures on a petition, and then run for a school board position. And when there's no Department of Education, which, for all intent and purpose, there is no federal Department of Education, school boards are more important than ever, because how are they going to spend your money? And notice, by the way, that all the money that was cycled through the U.S. Department of Education, now that it is, for all intent and purpose, shut down, just as Project 2025 promised, that money doesn't seem to be coming anymore, does it? It doesn't seem to be coming back to the states, does it? But we did do a $3.5 trillion tax cut for really, really, really rich people. Thank goodness. 6:31, we're halfway through our hour. I'm simply going to try to get to 7 o'clock. We will see what happens from there. Phone line is open, 267-227-9189, 267-227-9189, 267-227-2... What is my own phone number? Did I just goof my own phone number? I think I did. 267-227-9189, 267-227-9189, 267-227-9189. Phone line is open as always. Excuse me, scratchy throat. That's another reason we're only probably going to do an hour. You are listening and watching to The Kennedy Effect, live with you for the 14th of September 2025. Welcome home. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for being there. We hope you kind of hope you missed us, which sounds very self-serving, incredibly self-serving, and a bit egotistical, but we hope you missed us to a point, and we're so very glad that you are back here with us. It is great to be back with you as well. We are live right now on the Facebook pages of Our Revolution Pennsylvania, the TCP Media Group, Ghost Claw Productions, and we are live at hot101.net. We are live at the home Facebook group for all things that surround our program. The Kennedy Effect on Facebook is the name of our group. We continue to invite you to invite people to be members of our Facebook group. So my cousin Keith just recently became one. Chuckles, Jessica, Gary, everybody who may not already be a member of our Facebook group, we humbly invite you to become one. Just look for The Kennedy Effect on Facebook. The Kennedy Effect on Facebook. We are live right now on 2 YouTube channels. The YouTube channel of GCPR, Ghost Claw Productions Radio, as well as The Kennedy Effect on YouTube, which is the new name of our YouTube channel, The Kennedy Effect on YouTube. The audio of the program blasts around the globe via 2 global internet radio stations, hot101.net, hot101, hot101.net, hot101.net, one of the very first and originators of global internet radio. You can listen to hot101.net through our website as well as through our apps, the Apple App Store for Apple devices, Google Play Store for Android devices, and the TuneIn radio app. You can, of course, also tell Alexa to play hot101.net. You can listen to us literally around the globe 24/7. Bluetooth it in earbuds, speakers, in the car, in the shower. Just listen is the important thing. We are also blasting, of course, around the world on GCPR, Ghost Claw Productions Radio, gcpr.live. Go to our website and learn everything you ever wanted to know about the station and more. There will be a quiz. You can win fabulous, fabulous cash prizes. I'm kidding. There's none. There's no such thing. But you can still take the quiz. You can still learn all about GCPR.live through our website, www.gcpr.live, gcpr.live. You can listen there as well. Android app for GCPR with an Apple app on the way. Following us at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern time. Whenever I give you a time, it's Eastern unless I tell you differently. But 9 p.m. Eastern time following us. I'm sure there will be a break in between. I'm not going to take this program all the way to 9 o'clock. It's just not going to happen. I just want to get to 7 on our first program back. But you can catch us. I'm all over the place. Brain explosion. I'm all over the place. Following us at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Pre-show probably starts around 8:30, 8:45-ish. Full throttle, full force, 5th speed, turbocharged program, The Villain's View, from 9 p.m. Eastern time here on GCPR and most of these video outlets, streaming outlets as well. Let me get into... Chuckle says he's been lurking, getting ready for the night shift. Night shift is rough, dude. I did second shift for a while. I did third shift for a while. I happen to actually think third shift is better than second. So you're doing third shift. I think you might be better off, believe it or not. Come on, mouse. Welcome back, sir.
Hey. No. Triple welcome back to you, Jeff.
Oh, it's not that important.
I really missed you.
We're not that special.
I really missed you for the 2 months. Although, at least you have posted some things on the Kennedy effect.
Oh, always. The Facebook group is always busy regardless of whether we're on the air or not. The stories that we think are important to you, go there. Some of them are good stories. Some of them are not even close to good. But they're important stories, and they're always not, and they're not always, he meant to say, I'm getting my words all mixed up. They are not always about politics. If you become a member of our Facebook group, the Kennedy Effect on Facebook is the name of it. We do, yes, there's a lot of politics. Let's be honest, there's a lot of politics, but there's also world affairs, as well as animal advocacy and protection articles, good news stories about animals that have been saved through various ways, as well as one of my favorite kind of hobbies, so to speak, astronomy. I do post a lot of astronomical related materials on the Kennedy Effect on Facebook. So please become a member if you are not already. Please find us and become a member of the group, the Kennedy Effect on Facebook. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, and I thank you for always posting on the Kennedy Effect what I send over from my Facebook page.
Normally, yes. Normally I do. Nobody gets 100%, including me, by the way, because I'm not the only administrator in that group. George is one, April's one, Kristen's one. I feel like there's somebody else. So sometimes even what I post doesn't get through the censors, so to speak. Anyway, what's on your mind, my friend?
Well,
gosh,
excuse me. My COPD is getting much worse.
Yeah.
Along with finding other things the last 2 months, which I'm not going to go into.
Getting old sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It's like I started when I was 70, and now I'm 73, just absolutely falling apart. Any case, yeah, we are in fascist America now. Project 2025, the last bit to be absolutely done is to put military forces on every street corner in every city in America.
Prior to the 2026 elections, by the way.
Yes. Yes.
So not only is it to put troops on every street corner, but starting with black-run black cities, but also to get this accomplished before November of 2026.
Yep.
And not by accident, by the way. I don't pull that date out of my ear.
Make it look normal. Make it the normalcy of having troops on every corner.
Right.
Troops in front of every polling place.
Yes, sir. Ready to challenge ballots.
And troops going in to the polling places. And, in PA, the only people that can go in, the only peacekeeper that under our state law that can go in to a polling place, or even within, I think it's 20 feet of a polling place, in uniform, are your elected constables either in your borough, your township, or city. And other than if there was something that was violent, yes, the police can respond and go in a polling place. But other than that, no. That was written long ago into election laws here in Pennsylvania to take away one type of intimidation factor towards voters. Right?
Right.
And, the full gambit of Project 2025's way to set up a dictatorship of oligarchy is gerrymandering, suppression of voters, and people my age. There's this push that you can only vote if you have a passport or a real ID. Well, I don't have either one of those.
Oh, well, I got my real ID. I got my real ID.
Got normal PA driver's license. And under Pennsylvania election law, I only have to show that once. And that if I move and go to a different precinct, a different municipality, a different precinct, I have to show photo ID the first time I vote. After that, I can vote with. I'm not required to have a photo ID under Pennsylvania election laws. That's why it's so important. And I put in the comments that as important as local and school board elections are, and council and excuse me, and Commonwealth Court election. The most important election in Pennsylvania is to vote yes for the Democratic
to retain the Supreme Court justice
for another 10 years in office,
right?
Because they have stopped women here in PA from losing their reproductive rights. They have stopped
the 2020 election from being stolen.
Map.
Yep.
That the Republicans operated under for years, and they stopped election violations. That if it wasn't for the makeup of the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, we wouldn't be a purple state. We would be definitely a red state, in my opinion.
And Trump might be in his third term.
Yes, and it's interesting. HBO is showing once again, pretty constantly, the 2024 pseudo future history, the movie Civil War, and watched it more times, and you know, it's pointed out, yes, Mr. President, you're on your third term, and they invade when the rebel forces invade the White House, and they got the one Secret Service gal, and says, I'm here to negotiate the president's relocation to a neutral territory, Greenland or Alaska. And that's implying in the movie that, the president conquered Greenland. There's so many little subtle things in that 2024 movie that either Trump has expelled upon verbally since January 20th, or is actually done since January 20th. And for everybody out there listening, if you have not seen the movie Civil War, you should really see it. It's following journalists
We're covering the war.
Covering the war here in America. Yep. Anyway.
All right. I want to get to my main topic before I get out of here. Quick. You all.
Yeah, that's what I want you to get out of here. That's what I was trying to keep you on.
Well, I'm already. I haven't even done an hour yet, and I'm already tired. So.
Okay. I guess you're only going to be doing Sunday now.
I'm gonna take it day by day, to be honest with you. We're definitely going to reestablish ourselves on Sundays first. I know Tuesday's only 2 days away. Am I going to be on Tuesday night? I honestly do not know that yet.
Right.
I have some flexibility, thank goodness. Both radio stations obviously have been beyond kind and patient, keeping the time slot open for me and allowing me to get back on when I felt well enough. I can't tell you 100% if I'm going to be on Tuesday or not. I don't know about Thursday, but I should be here. I expect I'll be here next Sunday. I want to reestablish Sundays first. One of the things, whatever it is that's wrong with me, and there's a lot. There's a laundry list of health problems that I have. It's a toilet paper's long list. Is that I am tired all the time. I'm exhausted. Like, not just tired, but literally exhausted all the time. All the time. So just sitting here, I've been on live with you 49 minutes, and I want to go to bed. I'm wiped out. And I didn't sleep last night, which is an irony of being this tired. I don't sleep well, which just makes it worse. So I can't tell you that right now. I appreciate you asking. It's very kind of you to ask. It's kind of you to care. Whether we're going to be here Tuesday or not, I just honestly can't answer that quite yet. But I do want to get to what was going to be my main topic and what drove me to come back to the air. So I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to say goodnight to you for now.
Yep.
All right, sir. You hang in there. Take care of yourself.
I'll be joining the Villains View at 9.
You will. I know you will. Will you take care of yourself and stay out of trouble?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Have a good night. God bless.
The biggest thing that I wanted to talk about tonight that drove me back to the radio is the murder of Charlie Kirk. And let's be honest. Let's just be very, very honest about it. No matter what you think of Mr. Kirk and his political views and his actions and his everything. Whatever you think of that. Never did he deserve to be murdered. Let's just be very, very plain about it. And I'm not saying it because it's politically correct to say. I'm saying it because it's the truth. Not in a million years did Mr. Kirk deserve to be murdered. And my heart absolutely aches for his wife and his 2 young children. Mr. Kirk was only 31. I'm 56 and a half. 31 seems like a long time ago. It also feels very, very young. And it is young. 41 is young. When you're 56, 51 is young. Never in 1,000 years did the man deserve to be murdered for his political points of view. In fact, you really do have to marvel at what he was able to build. Starting at age 18, he built Turning Point USA into a right-wing, I would say fascist, political operation that rivaled the size of the Republican National Committee itself. He became a kingmaker. The one thing I actually admired about him is what he was doing when he was murdered. I don't agree with a damn thing that man said. Not one. There's nothing that came out of his face that I agreed with. Nothing. I think he was a fascist. Now, whether he believed these things deep in his heart, or he simply knew how rich he could become by espousing them, is a debate that we've had on this program. If you've been a longer-termed fan, follower of the program, then you would know that I've talked about this many, many times before. That I don't always know whether these folks actually believe what they spew out of their faces, or if they simply know how wealthy they can become by spewing this crap out of their face. Mr. Kirk's murder seems to have been cast in a light that is either one thing or the other. I'm here to tell you that I firmly believe it can be both. Here's the part that cannot be both, before I get to the part that can be. And again, all of this being my opinion. Never in 1,000 years did Mr. Kirk deserve to be murdered. Period. He did not. This is a horrible example of political violence. Everyone in the country should deplore it, should decry it, should be depressed by it. There's no two sides of that. Here's the part that can be both. And here's where I'm probably going to get in some trouble. You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. One of the very famous quotes from Mr. Kirk that became even more famous this week was his stating that some gun deaths are justifiable in defense of the Second Amendment. Meaning, the Second Amendment is more important than the guns it kills. And he was killed by a sniper. We don't know if the suspect, and I won't name the suspect here because I'm not going to make him more famous. I don't know if he was, from everything that I have seen so far, he did not serve in the military. He was not an actual real sniper. But that was a hell of a shot from 500 yards. Or not 500 yards, I'm sorry, from 500 feet. Plus 540-ish feet. It's a hell of a shot. But you reap what you sow. And Mr. Kirk sowed a lot of what eventually was reaped upon him. He had an intense hatred of the poor, people of color, and even more intense hatred of the LGBTQIA plus community. You reap what you sow. Now, to be honest with you, I didn't think it was going to be a right-wing pundit that took the first bullet. I've been waiting for Tom Hartman or Stephanie Miller or somebody else to get shot. I'm very surprised it was Charlie Kirk. But you reap what you sow. At the same time, keep in perfect that it can be both. His murder is deplorable. It's horrible. For people who do what I do, I'll leave it up to you as to how successfully or popular what I do is. But for people who do what I do, the thought that somebody could be so desperately motivated by your words as to want to kill you, and by the way, I've gotten death threats on this program. George has gotten death threats from this program. I thought it would be someone on the left first. I'm stunned someone on the right was murdered. I'm genuinely stunned by it. I thought it would be someone on the left first. And for those on the right who are calling for a civil war because of Mr. Kirk's murder, you're just as damn deplorable as the person that murdered Mr. Kirk. But in his death, we do not need to make him something that he was not in his life. He was not inclusive. He was not fair. Did he love his wife and kids? Damn sure he did. 100% sure he did. Did he love black folk? Thinking not so much. His words tell you that. Did he like Latino folk? Not so much. His words tell you that. Did he like poor people? Not so damn much. His words and actions tell you that. What I do admire is I admired his nationwide tour. Put up a tent, sit in a chair, put up a microphone, and say, "Come on, everybody, take me on." We saw the tent that said, "Prove me wrong" on it. Was he proven wrong? In my estimation, from the clips that I've seen from some of those, I guess you'd call them town halls, in a manner of speaking, town hall, that he held, was proven wrong multiple times, every single time he took to the stage. History proves him wrong. But he was willing to take all comers, which is more than you can say for most of the elected officials at the national level. Certainly Republican ones, who have been ordered, by the way, not to have town halls. I'll give Charlie Kirk credit for that. At least he stood there, sat there, and took on all comers. His murder is deplorable. There's no good way to spin it. And I'm not here trying to spin it in any good way. I simply think it can be both. His murder can be deplorable, and at the same time, let's not turn him into a saint, because he wasn't one. He was hateful. And the economic positions which he espoused were downright fascist. He believes in Trump totalitarianism. He helped elect it twice, served in the first administration. So it can be both. It can be both things. It can be both deplorable and understandable, in a manner of speaking, all at the same time. What happened to Charlie Kirk was espoused and supported by Charlie Kirk. It happened to him first. And it doesn't make it right. Not by a long way does it make it right. I think it can be both. It can be both deplorable and you reap what you sow all at the same time. That's how I see it. It touched me this week. His murder touched me this week. I was in the hospital the day after it happened. I had the chance to watch a lot of MSNBC. And I watched a little bit of CNN. I was off Friday trying to recover. I had a lot of time to watch the news. His murder touched me. It bothered me a great deal. It bothers me, present tense, a great deal. Because if they can kill him, certainly a very normal, low-level, easy-to-find guy like me can easily get killed. So it touched me. It affected me this week. It's deplorable. It's reprehensible. There's simply no good word for it. There's no good word. There's no justifiability of it whatsoever. None. 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 At the same time, let's not lie about who he was. He was not a great humanitarian. He did not take the riches that he amassed and gave them to the poor He didn't live a Christian life. Feed the poor, or, feed the hungry, clothe the naked, house the houseless. He didn't, from that standpoint, he didn't live that life. Love his wife? Believe it with all my heart. Love his children? Believe it with all my heart. He also became fabulously wealthy, espousing hatred and promoting the end of democracy in this country, and living long enough to see the end of democracy in this country. Should he have been murdered? Never. Never, 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 never. Was he a saint because he was murdered? No. Nope. No. Let's not turn him into something he wasn't. And I've got some pushback online from that point of view this week. Well, he was murdered. He was a great man. No, he wasn't a great man. He did amazing things. Starting at age 18 to make yourself a mega multimillionaire, to build Turning Point USA chapters on over 800 college campuses, to turn over as much political money as the RNC itself. And he built that all within 13 years. It's staggering. It's absolutely staggering. If you hate everything he stood for, you still have to be impressed at the organization he built. Damn near by himself. But he shouldn't have been murdered for it. But it also doesn't make him great. Doesn't make him a hero. It might make him a martyr. But it doesn't make him a hero. It can be both. He can still be a pretty damn despicable human being. And we can still be appalled at his murder. It can be both. And it's the seminal event that drove me back to this microphone. Had his murder not taken place this week, I'm not sure I'd still be sitting here. I might still be taking time off. But this is what drove me back. Do I wish I had the audience and the money that Charlie Kirk had? Bloody well right. Yeah. Sure do. Sure do. Still hope to have it someday. Hope I live long enough to have half his audience. Do I believe in anything he espoused? No. I think he was a fascist. And I think he was bloody hateful. Like, filled with it. Did he deserve to die for it? God, no. No. Absolutely not. But it can be both. We can despise his murder and still think that he himself was pretty damn despicable. We can hate the murder and still argue with all of his positions and believe that he was wrong on all of them. He's not a saint just because he was martyred. He's not a saint just because he was murdered. But he never should have been murdered. It's not how it works. It's just not how it should work. Mike, how are you?
Hey there.
Good guess.
I just happened to look up at my browser and saw that you were online live while I was watching football. Welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know. Something here that says 200 stars in your comment here. I don't know if you were getting any of the things I was sending in the chat. One of the things that surprised me, and I don't see it very much covered except on a few CNN articles, a few HuffPost articles, a few Salon articles here and there, but it's kind of lost. There was another guy named Nick Fuentes who has this group of even more fascist trolls around, which the Kurt Shooter seems to be one of, called Goipers, which has something to do with some kind of online video game or first-person shooter video game, and their rhetoric makes Charlie Kirk sound Walt Disney by comparison. I don't know if you'd read any of that in listening to or reading up on the coverage of this crazy murder.
I had not. I probably lost that over the weekend, to be honest with you. We all tend to disengage a little bit more over the weekend. It was nice to see the coverage over the weekend return a bit more to state of the economy, what's going to happen at the Fed, interest rates. How
about the Epstein files?
Those as well, and the completely unjustifiable attack on the Venezuelan boat, which we now can see from the video had actually turned around and was trying to run away from the U.S. military. Yeah, it did unplug a little bit this weekend for my own sanity. I did not see that about the shooter, and I'm thank you for bringing it up.
Well, I hadn't paid any attention to him. Wednesday night, I had finally found a job after months of looking since being unemployed at the end of May. Unfortunately, it was a job unloading trucks at a retailer. And I started about 2 o'clock. By 4 o'clock, I thought I was going to die. Because I was 62 years old and thought, well, I can just power through this.
Yeah.
And keep going. And my feet were killing me. My legs, knees, back were aching. I was short of breath, and all these 20-year-olds are back there, and there was like a 30-year-old guy going, "You gonna make it, man?" I said, "No, I'm not. I'm really hurt. I need to go sit down. We're gonna take a break about 7. I've been working. I'm not gonna make it." And so I went out and took a smoke break and came back in and heard about, hey, they killed Charlie Kirk. All the guys back there, I was the only white guy, and they were all excited. They were overjoyed. Shot him in the neck. He's coming out like a fire hose. I mean, they were good. They got him. Good. They got him. And I'm like, who's Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, it's just really not.
Know.
It's not good though. That's the thing. It's not. It just isn't.
I understand. I agree with everything you say, and you were kind of starting to repeat yourself over and over again. That's why I wanted to call in and give you that.
The average radio listener listens to a program for about 7 seconds. There is data that says a radio show turns over its audience about every 14 seconds, between 14 and 21 seconds. You repeat yourself because it's the third time that you say it where it generally sinks in.
Well, I think that I caught the tail end of you talking with God, my brain is gone. I can't call his name. Our other buddy up there,
Randall.
I heard him talking. Randall, yes. Hi, Randall. I know Randall doesn't like me, but I was finally happy to hear that he mentioned the Civil War movie, because I can't get anybody to watch that film. I mean, it is vastly unrealistic. It's a lot different, but the mood in that film of, I think they go through rural Pennsylvania where they come across these rednecks in a gas station who've got these guys hanging in the car wash, and I'm like, this is what MAGA people dream of doing. And that came all bursting out. They were so enraged, like, how dare you even joke about Charlie Kirk? We're going to round up all the liberals They're going to do all these things. And I heard Fox
Well,
News
let's remember
guy-
they were talking about rounding up the liberals before the election. It's
Right, but they want to round up they want to round up Hillary, they want to round up Kamala, they want to round up Biden. I mean, they want to, put them in camps. And so I was like, yep, here we go.
Trump himself used the term concentration camp during the 2024 election. He only said it once, but he said it.
There was a guy, Brian Kilmeade, I think is his name. I only
Fox,
see those clips occasionally. Fox. This guy is on there with two other idiots on that sofa. I guess it's a morning show or something. And they're saying we have to round up the homeless people and put them in camps. And Kilmeade, ironically, goes, or just kill them. And I went, what?
When poverty,
We've got to be. And the other guy's going, absolutely.
When poverty becomes a crime.
Huh?
When poverty becomes a crime.
Yeah, it was the stuff going on crazy. But the stuff I read about I think his name is Nick Fuente. I put it in the chat. I don't know if you saw it. I don't even know if I spelled it right. But the Goipers thing is in there. It's worth a read because, like I said, these guys make Charlie Kirk, he was a very good public speaker. It was really amazing when I started reading on this. He built that up. I mean, he was still kind of an arrested teenager with all this wealth and stuff that he had amassed. But he was a very good speaker. He just destroyed people with staying on message.
Yep.
He was saying things like black people, he hated black women. Black women are not smart. They just take away a slot from a white man. And I'm like going, what are you talking about? But he was
and that's
very consistent.
That's exactly why I think it can be both. I think we can decry this and still be honest about who Charlie Kirk was. I think I don't think it's that difficult to do both. We can be shocked, dismayed at his murder. We can call it murder, and still be very honest about who he was and who and what he was.
Well, it's assassination on top of murder. Like I've had a death threat. I had a kid that was off his meds on the Stanley Kubrick news group, like 25 years ago. Threatened to kill me, threatened to kill other posters in the news group, was going to kill the Kubrick family, was going to kill President Bush and all these people, making a threat online. Put it in words right on there.
Yep.
And I was one of the first people he was going to come and kill because he lived 2 states away in Georgia. And one of the guys in the news group just like pinged back on his IP address and figured out who he was and where he was. I called the kid's father was a doctor. I can't remember if he was a dentist or general practitioner or something. It was about 30 minutes after the initial threat. The FBI were already there. And I talked to the secretary, and she said, he's schizophrenic or whatever it was. And he goes off his meds and does crazy things. So technically I've had a death threat. I've, had police put the gun to the back of my head. I've seen people murdered in front of me in Los Angeles. These kinds of things, I think, are outside of most people's personal experience. And it does it's a sea change moment. There's a before and after if something like that happens to you, which I don't think a lot of the people that are making these kinds of threats or they get online and they become internet tough guys. I don't think they really appreciate, what the hell they're talking about. They're acting out stuff they've seen in movies.
It would seem
they've never seen that consequence in real life.
It would seem to me if Trump was consistent in any way, shape, or form, there would be 1,000 National Guard troops on the ground in Ogden, Utah.
Yeah, but that'll never happen. I mean, that's one of the whitest, most Republican states of the union.
Well, if he's worried about crime,
pardon?
If he's worried about crime,
well, they should send the National Guard into Jackson, Mississippi, because it's got a spectacular crime rate. But places like Shreveport and Baton Rouge, down there where the Speaker of the House, what's his name?
Mike Johnson.
Mike Johnson, yeah. It's got a higher, I think Baton Rouge has a higher murder
Yes.
rate than Chicago.
Yes, it
per
does.
capita.
But then again,
I mean, I went over.
that's a red state.
I was dating a woman in Baton Rouge around 2003, and there was a murderer that was murdering college co-eds, and the police were looking for a white man driving a white pickup truck. I was driving a white Ford Ranger, so I got pulled over constantly that summer. Turned out to be a black guy, and he was driving like a purple Gran Torino or something. But to be approached by police with their gun, you could see that they had unclipped the trigger guard on their holsters and had their hand on it, ready to draw down on me. I put my hands out the window, what's your name? My name is Michael Jackson. You being a smart ass boy? No, sir. I have my wallet right here. Got my wallet out real quick. So I've seen that kind of police hysteria too. And my girlfriend at the time, ex-girlfriend now, went on to write a book about those murders. I think it was called I've Been Watching You, something like that. Sue Mustafa. It's a really good book. But I'm telling you, most of these people are just watching the news and watching all this rhetoric, and they have never really had an encounter with a policeman other than a speeding ticket. They've never had an encounter with violence. They've never been in the middle of a gas station robbery. They've never been in any of these kinds of situations. And so they just say and do stuff. I mean, the rhetoric has been crazy.
It's been there's been a lot of Civil War rhetoric this week. Thank you, Mike. We're going to wrap up.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you so much, and thanks for
I hope
coming
you
back.
Feel better, huh?
Thanks for coming back and sticking with us. I appreciate it very much.
Well, I'll just keep watching, but I wanted to wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Give you those tips. Have
Thanks,
a great
man.
day.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye. I want to make sure I say hello to George, who also enjoyed the time off, I'm pretty sure. You can say how much.
I wanted to clarify for you and for our listeners. I never got death threats. I never got violence. I got. I was threatened with violence from you for not getting you a new chair. So I got you the new chair, and you should be okay.
I did not do such a thing, for goodness sake. No, I think the guy that
it was when
the guy that threatened to kill us that one night was going to kill all of us, because I think he might have thought that you were here with me.
Oh, okay.
And he was going to kill all of us.
Another new experience.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I mean, I could have gotten a new gun that night. That would have been
chalk
great.
one up. Yeah. You are back on the air as well with Model Citizen. When does Model Citizen air?
Model Citizens every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will not be on this next week. I'm going to the Battlestar Galactica Convention, Creation Con at the Hanover Marriott, but we will be back September 27th, and my guest will be Augie Gonzalez from Interstellar Modeler.
You can actually go see George in the wild. You can go see George in person.
I will be at the Old Shebeen
in New Jersey next Saturday. You can actually meet him in person. Crazy stuff. Anyway, I think that's about all the time we have for tonight. I'm exhausted. I'm beginning to yawn, believe it or not. I need to take my medicines, have a little something to eat with them so I don't get sick, and then go to bed, back to work tomorrow, whether I like it or not. And the truth is not. But time to go to bed. For everyone at hot101.net, that's DJ Lex, DJ Earl, and all of the very, very talented DJs at hot101.net. I want to say thank you all for listening. We have missed you. It is great to be back. We will let you know very soon. Stay tuned into the Facebook group The Kennedy Effect on Facebook to know when we will return. I do not know if it will be Tuesday. I tend to doubt it. I tend to doubt that it will be Thursday, but I do expect that I will be back here with you again next Sunday. Tuesday, maybe. Thursday, maybe. Sunday, I think you can pretty much chalk that one, set that one in stone. So for everybody at hot101.net, thank you so much for listening. We will see you soon. Take care of yourselves. The music returns right now. For everyone at GCPR, you hang in there. You got a break now. You got about an hour and a half break. Maybe about an hour by the time the pre-show starts. The Villain's View comes up at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. A brand new Villain's View from 9 p.m. Eastern Time here at GCPR. We will see you soon. Again, stay tuned into the Facebook group, The Kennedy Effect on Facebook, to know when we will be returning. I would be, again, pretty sure it won't be Tuesday or Thursday, but could be. We'll see how the news, if we start a war on Tuesday, I can pretty much tell you we'll be here to talk about it. But keep an eye on the Facebook group, he tried to say. The Kennedy Effect on Facebook for announcements about our show. For everyone at GCPR, that's Thomas and Gilbert and Gambit and Solid and just everybody at GCPR. Thank you for listening. Again, take a little break, get some milk and cookies, walk the dog. Villain's View pre-show, 8:30, 8:45,
from 9 to 11,
somewhere in there.
11 is T. Nathan.
And then the Villain's View from 9.
Nathan.
T. Nathan from 11. Thank you for reminding me. T. Nathan from 11. Have a good night, GCPR. We'll talk to you soon. For everyone on our video streaming platforms, thank you very, very much for being with us again and for remembering our program and for coming home back to the program after a long layoff. I gotta admit, an enjoyable layoff, but a long one nonetheless. Thank you so much for everything. We will see you again. Stay tuned to the Facebook group to know when we return. We'll see you next Sunday, possibly Tuesday, possibly Thursday.